Hey Coach, so happy you found us on YouTube. Couple things. First of all, make sure you go subscribe and like. That's really important. Second thing is make sure that you go over and check out teachhoops.com for coaches who want to get better. It's a one-stop shop for basketball coaches. It's the Hulu, Netflix, Amazon Prime, whatever you want. It's got a little bit of everything, but it's also got a community of like-minded coaches will help you become a better basketball coach. Go over and check it out. Let's head off to the video.
I'm the men's basketball coach at Calvin College, Grand Rapids, Michigan. We are an NCAA Division III institution. Today I'm going to be talking about transition defense and how to stop or contain an up-tempo style of play. I think so much of the strategy today in offensive basketball is up-tempo, fast break, fast-paced style of play. Athletes today have a greater set of skill versatility than they've ever had before. I think they're more athletic than they've been before. And I think coaches in general have found a way to be successful and have fun playing the up-tempo style. Because of that, I want to think very carefully through how I want to defend in transition defense. No longer is it good enough for me just to yell, "Get back and play defense." I also don't think it's good enough for me just to be concerned about our opponent's half-court offensive sets or out-of-bounds plays. I think I need to think through transition, what our opponents do well, what are some tendencies, what maybe their individuals like to do. I think then that transition defense has to be a part of our overall coaching philosophy, a part of our game strategy, and also a part then of what we do in practice. Now, transition defense, like any other aspect of the game, has to fit in with your overall coaching philosophy. What are the things that you think are the most important to help you win a basketball game? When talking about transition defense, we're going to think right away about what's my philosophy of offensive rebounding. Some people might believe that transition defense is the most important aspect of the game. So they might send one person to the offensive board or no one to the offensive board. Obviously, if you get 5 guys back and you get set up early on, your transition D is in a much better place. Now, we see that quite frequently at the end of games. Maybe you're ahead by 3 or 4 and your team's shooting a free throw. You bring everyone back off the line. You don't want to foul. You don't want to give up anything easy. But I've also seen it more and more in regular games. People who play someone who's really good offensively in transition, maybe not quite as good as in the half court, they're going to sacrifice those few offensive rebounds to play and set up in their half-court defense. Most teams will send 2 to 3 people to the offensive glass, and that supports the idea that, generally speaking, the leading 2-guard offensive rebound in NCAA Division I basketball gets less than 2.5 offensive rebounds a game. So coaches are finding a balance between going to the board and getting set up in transition and taking away easy baskets. Now, we at Calvin are extreme in the other way, in that I feel that rebounding margin is the most important statistic in determining whether or not we win a basketball game. So because of that, we are very aggressive. We send 4 guys to the offensive board. I like the extra possessions it gives us. I like the aggressive mentality. I like the toughness aspect of going to get the ball. But because I believe in that, and because we sell out on the offensive glass, we spend a lot of time talking about transition defense and getting back and not giving up easy shots. All right. Transition defense, then, we have about 6 concepts, regardless of how many people you send to the offensive board, that we want our guys to be familiar with, that we want to think through. The first one is we talk about defending from rebound to rebound. So in other words, if we take the shot and our opponent gets the rebound, we immediately are in defensive mode. Then we're going to defend in transition, we're going to defend in the half court until we get the rebound. So we want to defend from rebound to rebound. That's number one. Number two, we are not going to mess with the rebounder. We're not going to challenge the outlet pass. We are going to sprint back immediately. We really emphasize the first 3 steps that a guy takes in winning the race back down the floor. All right, so again, we don't want to mess with that rebounder. We want to sprint back immediately. If you pay attention to how you guys are running sprints maybe at the end of practice, maybe you're doing quarter courts, you will note that the guys who are leading after the first 3 steps generally win that race. Third, while we are sprinting back, we are looking. We want to get a lay of the land. We want to find where the ball is. We want to find where our opponents are. Maybe we've identified a certain opponent to do something well in transition. And we also want to look and find where our teammates are. Well, how are we going to set this all up? So next, as we are sprinting, we're looking, we're also talking. So we're already talking about, hey, John, I got the ball. You get the basket. All right, or you take the basket, I got the ball, or there comes 32 on the left wing. All right, so we want to make sure that we're talking. Fifth, we want to get back and protect the basket first. I know that the 3 in transition is a really effective weapon, but our half-court defense is built from the inside out. And so we believe that we want to take away the layup or the really easy shot first, and then we'll get out and challenge the shooter. And then finally, the last concept is we want to get to our half-court defense as quickly and seamlessly as possible. So we want to defend from rebound to rebound. We want to sprint back immediately. We want to look. We want to talk. We want to get to the lane. And then we want to get into our half-court defense as quickly as.
Hey, Coach, so glad you enjoyed the video. Make sure you subscribe and like. Go over and check out teachhoops.com for coaches who want to get better.